Xiao Xuan travels through the world of comprehensive martial arts, and at the beginning, he encounters the secret river Tangmen teaming up to hunt down Li Hanyi. At the beginning of the game, he signed in with a golden finger that never dies, but instead killed the hidden river Qidao, shocking Li Hanyi. From then on, we embarked on a journey of changing our destiny against the heavens. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the dragon-slaying sword, invincible in the world. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the 9 transformations golden pill. Combined with the lover's tears as a medicinal guide, it can revive Zhao Yuzhen. Ding, congratulations to the host for signing into Peach Blossom Sword God 12 Flying Sword. Please use it with caution, so each person was stabbed, and the misty rain descended on Jiangnan. It was not until encountering the Bailey national teacher that his special identity was known. I didn't expect Xiao Xuan to be the long-lost crown prince of Nanju. No wonder his swordsmanship is superb. Qi Tianqian pinched his fingers and calculated. So this time Xiao Chuha started his apprenticeship, he was actually with him. Hurry up and invite Li Hanyi, only the Snow Moon Sword Immortal can stop the conflict. Keywords of the novel. Zongwu. Endless at the beginning, shocking Li Hanyi with no pop-ups. Zongwu. Endless at the beginning, shocking Li Hanyi with no pop-ups. Complete download of TXT. Zongwu. Endless at the beginning, shocking Li Hanyi with the latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. Endless beginning, shocking Li Hanyi. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Endless beginning, shocking Li Hanyi. I want to ride the wind and head north. The snow falling on the Xianyuan is as big as a banquet. I want to take a boat and sail eastward, where the graceful ferry stands in the wind. I want to step on the clouds for thousands of miles, but the dragon chants in the temple cannot help me. The peak of Kunlun is bathed in sunlight, and in the boundless sea, green mountains can be seen. The long wind brings back thousands of miles of swallows, and those who do not see the ends of the earth do not return. Where am I? Who is reading poetry? What a familiar sentence is this? Haven't Xiao Xuan figured out what's going on yet? The scene in front of me is spinning around. He appeared inexplicably in a completely unfamiliar scene. It's like a water town in Jiangnan. There are tiled houses, small rivers, and canopies. A masked female sword fairy stood in front of her in the wind. With that graceful appearance, Xiao Xuan immediately recognized the other person's identity. Li Hanyi. Have I traveled through the plot of the Youth Song Company? But I haven't waited for this kid to sigh yet. But there was a sound of a duck's throat in my ear. Where did that kid come from? Are they from your Tangmen? Follow the sound to look. I saw a guy holding an iron black umbrella in his hand. Although his appearance may be considered handsome, his eyes are full of murderous intent. Is this the umbrella-holding ghost in the dark river? As a fan of teenage anime, I recognize this guy's identity at a glance. Beside this umbrella-holding ghost, there seems to be a sturdy man wearing a bamboo hat, holding a devilish big knife in his hand. Is this Xie Qidao, the head of the Xie family in the dark river? There is a guy with green palms behind these two people, Su Changhe, the parent of the dark river. Okay. I have a rough idea of my situation. It is a scene where the dark river collaborates with the Tang clan to intercept Li Hanyi. Not from our Tangmen, we thought he belonged to your secret river. On the other side, there are 3 old things standing. Eagle hooked nose, toad mouth, eyes full of malice. At first glance, it is clear that it is not a good type. These should be the 3 elders of the Tang sect. Xiao Xuan happened to fall between these 2 groups of people. That's easy, let me chop this kid off. After discovering that Xiao Xuan was not one of his own, a cruel smile flashed at the corner of Xie Qidao's mouth. Previously, they teamed up to deal with the Snow Moon Sword Immortal, but they didn't succeed either. I just managed to hold back my anger. Although I don't know how a kid suddenly appeared in front of me. But it happened to help him understand and relieve fatigue. But just as this old man raised his big knife. But there was an additional figure in front of me. Directly helped Xiao Xuan block the opponent's sword. It's Li Hanyi. Little brother, hurry up. This Li Hanyi is really a bodhisattva's heart. I couldn't even protect myself, yet I still blocked the knife for this completely unfamiliar stranger. Good day, Li Hanyi. Ha ha ha. Seeing this scene, Qidao not only did not get angry, but also laughed happily. They are just waiting for their opponents to show their weaknesses. And the guys from the Tang clan nearby are even more excited at this moment. Li Hanyi, take your life, Rainstorm Pear Flower Needle. Okay. This is an indiscriminate attack from several masters. Directly envelop Xiao Xuan and Li Hanyi inside. Don't say it's him, the interloper. This fierce attack, even the Snow Moon Sword Immortal cannot withstand it. Soon, a heart-wrenching pain came. Rainstorm Pear Flower Needle went into the body and seemed to be slapped by Qidao. Xiao Xuan didn't even snort, but his eyes turned black and he was instantly killed in a flash. It's such a tough journey. I didn't even have a chance to see this world clearly. Just however, as Xiao Xuan's will slowly dissipated. A mechanical sound came to mind. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully activating the immortality system, determining the severity of the injury, and repairing the body. What? System. My golden finger. What is this? Suddenly, Xiao Xuan felt like he was instantly resurrected with full blood. The bone that was originally broken grew straight. The blood that was originally lost seems to be rapidly reborn in the body. The toxins in the body are also swept away. The wounds on the skin also heal immediately. What power is this? Is it my golden finger effect? Dang 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 dang. What's even more outrageous is that about 9 hidden weapons were shot into his body just now. Now everything has fallen to the ground. Even the poison on the hidden weapon seems to have been polished off. Ding! The body has been repaired and the host has taken 3,000 points of damage. You can triple the return. What? Can the damage received by the body before be returned to the other party 3 times? Good guy. This golden finger even digitized the damage value. How should I return it? Ding! You can use punches and kicks, or accumulate damage until the next time. How should I describe this feature? Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing their first immortal transformation. The system will give a beginner gift package as a gift. Do you still have a gift package? Congratulations on entering the Diamond Realm and obtaining the power of the Great Dragon Elephant. Complete. Congratulations on obtaining the Dragon Slaying Saber, which increases attack power by 300% and provides a 10% chance of critical strike. Congratulations on opening the Points Redemption system, where you can exchange your Dragon Shock points for any desired items. Is this prize too rich? But everything else is easy to understand. What are the number of points for shocking dragons? Just when Xiao Xuan couldn't figure it out, a voice full of shock appeared in his ear. Little brother, how did you do it? At first glance, it was Li Hanyi. At this moment, the legendary Snow Moon Sword Immortal was staring at Xiao Xuan with wide eyes. That pair of beautiful eyes and shoulders were full of shock. The young man in front of me is unbelievable. He was hit by the pear flower needle in the rainstorm, and was also slapped by Qidao. I even saw him vomit blood and die suddenly. But how did your eyes come back to life with blood in just one blink? And he forced out those hidden weapons. This is a rainstorm pear flower needle. At this moment, Li Hanyi's heart was already filled with turbulent waves. Originally, Xiao Xuan wanted to explain. But the next moment, a system reminder came to mind again. Ding! Congratulations to the host. The game will never die at the beginning. Shocking Li Hanyi, congratulations to the host. You have obtained 300 points of Dragon Shock, and the redemption store is fully open. Is there any benefit to this? Did Li Hanyi's shock at the moment bring me points? I should understand it this way. Of course, it was not just this Snow Moon Sword Immortal who was shocked by this scene. The three elders of the Tang clan were also opening their mouths wide at this moment, unsure of what to say. Are you a man or a ghost? No one has ever been able to. Ding, congratulations to the host for once again shocking the world and obtaining 100 dragon shock points, okay. At this moment, Xiao Xuan seems to Elder Tang of the Tang sect to have already existed like a ghost or god, right? But it may be because they are villains. The points added up by the three old guys are not as much as those given by Snow Moon Sword Immortal alone. Garbage. But the guys in the Dark River are very calm. Especially the Xie Qidao who slapped Xiao Xuan, there was a cold light flashing in his eyes. It's better not to die, I'll repair your knife. Behind Xie Qidao, the people of Tangmen and Qianhu followed once again. This sniper, they are determined to win. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. Sword-slaying dragon, slaying Xie Qidao with one strike. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. Sword-slaying dragon, slaying Xie Qidao with one strike. Tide. Who dares to bully my little fairy? Just as the opponent was planning to launch a second round of attack. Suddenly, a powerful sword energy descended from the sky. Directly blocked in front of Li Hanyi. This is Zhao Yuzhen, the Dao Sword Immortal. Great Savior. Originally, Li Hanyi was already at the end of a strong crossbow. If these guys join forces again to attack, they will be able to inflict heavy damage on them. But the sudden appearance of this sword immortal immediately surprised these guys. Zhao Yuzhen, did you come down the mountain? As the parent of the Dark River, Su Changhe was greatly surprised. The person in front of me is a legendary figure. I didn't expect it to suddenly appear. Are you here? At this moment, Li Hanyi's eyes lit up and her face was filled with infinite tenderness. If it weren't for the special situation. At this moment, Li Hanyi wished she could throw herself into the arms of her lover. One more is dead. We have enough rainstorm pear flower needles in Tangmen. It turned out that this time the three elders of Tangmen brought 2 pairs of rainstorm pear flower needles. In the original plot, Li Hanyi didn't even make it through the first round and got injured. But now with the variable Xiao Xuan, we can directly help this sword immortal lord block a fatal blow. However, as the 3 old men of the Tang sect have said, can an additional Zhao Yuzhen really block it? The parents are right. Let's go up together and send these 2 sword immortals away. This Xie Qidao is truly shameless. Perhaps this old man thought that having the opportunity to participate in Sniper Sword Immortal would make his reputation famous. But I haven't waited for this guy to react yet. A figure flashed before my eyes. It's Xiao Xuan. Your opponent is me. Kid, you're weird, but you found the wrong opponent. Although I am also puzzled by Xiao Xuangang's behavior. But Xie Qidao does not believe that the other party will be his opponent. You talk a lot of nonsense, old man. Xiao Xuan is too lazy to talk too much nonsense to him. Just pulled out the dragon-slaying knife. This is the treasure in Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber. He is the representative of the supreme martial arts world. It looks much more imposing than the weapon in Xie Qidao's hand. Good kid, it's a bit interesting. Originally, Xie Qidao had no regard for Xiao Xuan. But upon seeing the other party's dragon-slaying knife, the old assassin's gaze suddenly became somewhat frightened. As a swordsman, he can certainly see the power of the dragon-slaying sword. Just as these 2 people were confronting each other. Several people on the side have already begun a second siege on Zhao Yuzhen and Li Hanyi. The 2 of them suddenly faced a dangerous situation. Kid, go to hell too. I saw my companion launching a stormy attack towards the target. Xie Qidao also became a bit impatient. Just raise your knife and chop towards the person in front of you. This strike used an 8-point force. It seems that this guy has no intention of leaving a way out for the other party. But what he is facing now is the dragon-slaying sword. And the damage accumulated by Xiao Xuan before. The system will provide 3 times the strength to counterattack. And the dragon-slaying sword also has a 300% attack bonus and a 10% chance of critical hits. So, even if the cutting speed is slower than the opponent. But Xiao Xuan's blow could also startle the heavens and earth, crying ghosts and gods. Ong. That day, there seemed to be a crisp dragon cry in the ground. I saw a blue light descending from the sky. Bang. Click. What happened? How did Qidao get cut in the middle by someone? And the knife in his hand was also cut into segments by some powerful force at this moment. Like withered leaves scattered on the ground one after another. Flash sale. 9 times the stack of attacks. Directly increased the damage value to 27,000 points. The plane also suffered critical damage. Multiply the power by 10 times again. That's 270,000 damage points. Under this power, I'm afraid even the broken dragon stone will be directly cut in half. Qidao is still a mortal body. Being killed by a flash sale is naturally beyond doubt. And with this blow, Xiao Xuan even felt an unparalleled sense of pleasure. Great. What? Master Xie. Although on the other side of the battlefield, those old guys who joined forces have gained an absolute advantage. Although Zhao Yuzhen opened up and blocked most of the attacks. But it is obvious that both the Dao Sword Immortal and the Snow Moon Sword Immortal have been injured. These few people are planning to seize the opportunity and pursue. Unexpectedly, I saw the scene of Qidao's tragic death nearby. My mind suddenly fell apart. Facing the enemy in battle is a big taboo. Good opportunity. Seeing this scene, Zhao Yuzhen forcefully spoke up his true qi. Forced the operation of the infinite sword formation. Charged straight towards the 3 elders of the Tang sect. Ah, not good. Everyone, please help me. Despite these 3 guys calling for help in a timely manner. But it has already been locked by Dao Sword Immortal. The duel between experts is to determine the winner in an instant. I saw 3 streams of blood flashing by. The 3 elders of the Tang clan died directly. What? You, Zhao Yuzhen, have you entered the mysterious realm of divine wandering? Seeing this scene before me. The people in the dark river grew up in shock. In addition, Qidao was inexplicably killed, which further frightened this guy. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your performance shocked the dark river, increasing your dragon shock value by 200 points, ding, congratulations to the host. You have once again shocked Li Hanyi, increasing the dragon shock value by 700 points, ding, congratulations to the host. Your sword left a deep impression on Zhao Yuzhen, increasing his dragon shock value by 300 points, good guy. What a fruitful harvest. I thought there would be another game to play next. But I didn't expect it. The Sword Immortal nodded at Xiao Xuan, picked up Li Hanyi, and flew away. The remaining 2 in the dark river also quickly retreated at this moment, without even looking at the bodies of their companions. That guy was the head of the Xie family before. It's time to change people in this position now. Is that all for now? Only Xiao Xuan, who was a bit confused about the direction, remained on site. But the system won't abandon him. After the danger is resolved, the system reminder appears again. Ding, congratulations to the host for successfully completing the first main task. The system will start distributing rewards. Hey guy, don't the points we got before count? What will happen next? Ding, congratulations on the host entering the realm of freedom. Reward the invincible constitution of all poisons. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the full-level Diamond Demon Suppression technique. This reward is good and quite practical. Especially the previous strategy of being invincible. This will be very helpful for his future wandering in the martial arts world. As for the Diamond Demon subduing technique, it is even more practical, especially in exorcism. As a time traveler who knew the plot, Xiao Xuan vividly remembered the practicality of this move. I believe it won't be long before we can put it into practice. Ouch, I'm still late. Where are you? Just as Xiao Xuan smiled and accepted the benefits he had gained. Suddenly, an old man's voice came in my ear. Take a closer look. There seems to be an old man with white hair, white beard, and white eyebrows next to him. Even the Taoist robe on his body is white. It looks quite familiar. Isn't this Qi Tianchen, the north-leaving national teacher? End of this chapter. Chapter 3. On wedding night, Li Hanyi and Zhao Yuzhen are separated by Yin and Yang forever. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 3. On wedding night, Li Hanyi and Zhao Yuzhen are separated by Yin and Yang forever. Little friend, have you ever seen Li Hanyi, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal? I looked at the corpses all over the ground. There are also peach blossom petals faintly visible on the ground. No one asked about this national teacher anymore, so we had to place our hopes on Xiao Xuan. I've seen the national teacher before. It seems that Li Hanyi and Dao Jianxian are heading in that direction. What? Zhao Yuzhen is also here. There's a feeling of Dao Yun here, it's broken. I saw this Bailey Guosher pinching his fingers and calculating. My eyes suddenly widened. As if sensing something. So he quickly rushed towards the direction where the two lovers had left. Xiao Xuan followed closely behind. Actually, both of them should know what will happen next. One is a traveler. The other one is skilled in calculation. Most people probably already know the tragic fate of Dao's Sword Immortal. To protect my beloved fairy. The Dao Sword Immortal forcefully opened up. Although temporarily entering the mystical realm of wandering. But it suffered a huge backlash. In addition, the Yen demon palm that just confronted Su Changhe head on. After coming back, he forced Li Hanyi to force out the rainstorm pear flower needle. Greatly overdrawn one's own life. When this national teacher sees Zhao Yuzhen. It's already too late. Sigh, we're still late. Could you please stay here with the two of them, young brother? Old man. At this moment, Qi Tianchen is completely disillusioned. Looking at Zhao Yuzhen was like looking at a dying person. After calculating the time accurately, the north-leaving national teacher left. Looking at the direction he is heading, it seems like a coffin shop on the west end of the city. This seems too realistic, right? At this moment, Li Hanyi seems to have no sensation at all. At this moment, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal dresses herself beautifully. And even decorated this small house. It was a festive scene. She even dressed herself in a phoenix crown and rosy robe. What a beautiful bride this is. Even Xiao Xuan couldn't help but sincerely congratulate after seeing it. At this moment, the sky has gradually darkened. You can get married soon, right? But can Zhao Zhenren still hold on? Xiao Xuan dare not spoil. I can only watch helplessly as this beautiful sword fairy walks towards the backyard like a butterfly. At this moment, her husband is sitting under the peach tree in the backyard. This should have been a perfect ending. But, no, Yuzhen, Yuzhen. Not long after. Scenes similar to TV dramas and anime appear. On this wedding night, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal Li Hanyi and the Dao Sword Immortal Zhao Yuzhen are forever separated by Yin and Yang when Xiao Xuan arrived at the backyard. The beauty has turned into tears. This scene is too desolate to watch. At this moment, a ox cart arrived at the gate. The national teacher has returned. I customized a high-quality Nanmu coffin for Zhao Daoyu. But seeing Li Hanyi's appearance, the national teacher didn't know what to say anymore. Previously, he calculated that today there is a sword immortal about to be robbed. I didn't expect to be one step late. These are all pillars of Bailey. What's up? Ding, congratulations to the host for changing the main quest. In front of Li Hanyi, revive her lover, what the hell? Main task change. Resurrected what? I know I can live or die. But may I still be able to pass it on to others? Upon hearing this system reminder, Xiao Xuan immediately rolled his eyes. But soon, a flash of inspiration flashed in his mind. Immediately entered the mall screen. Yeah, look what's in my treasure trove. As expected. There is really something good inside. 9 transformations golden pill. Can replenish blood and resurrect the deceased within 100 days. Isn't this the life-saving elixir from Journey to the West? Can I also redeem using my system? How many points do you need? Seeing this treasure, Xiao Xuan was too lazy to look elsewhere. Let's finish the main task of the system first. So he quickly shifted his focus to redeeming points. It's so expensive, but I can barely afford it. Requires 900 points of Dragon Shock. But this is a elixir, a great treasure that can resurrect the dead. It's also reasonable for it to be a bit more expensive. Then hurry up and exchange to complete the task. But just as Xiao Xuan was about to take action, an unexpected event occurred. Still Li Hanyi. That Li Hanyi wearing a red wedding dress. Enchanted. My eyes turned red, and a red aura condensed from my body. However, with the obstruction of the national teacher, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal unexpectedly abandoned his lover. With just one lightness skill, he jumped out of the yard. He kept shouting in his mouth. Blood debt and blood repayment, killing you, Lei Hong, it's all your fault, not to go to your Lei family castle. What? Is this going to seek revenge? I heard the words Lei family castle. Xiao Xuan immediately realized it. The reason why the Dark River came to intercept Li Hanyi was actually to cover up for a larger plan. That is the attack of the Tang sect Old Master on the Lei family castle. Under the pretext of the other party's banquet, the entire army of Tang sect experts was mobilized. I want to completely erase Lei family castle from the martial arts world. And Li Hanyi, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal, has countless connections with Lei family castle. That's why they sent out a luxurious lineup to intercept. So there was the opening scene. But the sudden event in front of him completely overwhelmed Xiao Xuan. I thought a 9-turn golden pill could handle it. What an easy task. But I didn't expect the bride to run away and still be in a demonic state. So the conditions for completing the task are missing. We must first bring back the Snow Moon Sword and then resurrect Zhao Zhenren in person. Otherwise, this task would not have been successful. Why is this happening? This sudden situation. It's not just Xiao Xuan who feels tricky. Even the white-clad national teacher next to him doesn't know how to do it. So, what should we do? I didn't expect Li Hanyi to play cards completely without following the routine. Make everyone so passive. However, Xiao Xuan quickly calmed down at this moment. I dare ask the national teacher to take the body of Immortal Zhao back to Qingqing Mountain, and I will go after the Snow Moon Sword Immortal. This is his arrangement. To avoid unnecessary branching. The safest way to resurrect this Daoist is on his own territory. The most crucial thing now is to take Li Han's clothes back. Xiao Xuan still doesn't know how to use the rewards that were originally given by the system. But now it seems like it can come in handy. For example, the invincible physique. Even if you encounter Grandpa Tang poisoning, it doesn't matter. And the Diamond Demon subduing technique is clearly tailored to help Snow Moon Sword Immortal wake up. There are indeed coincidences in this world. But continuous coincidences are not right? I feel like there are invisible hands behind the whole thing. Controlling everything. But Xiao Xian's current strength is still very weak and he has no way to confront it. Let's first solve the problem in front of us. Well, that's right, little friend. Be careful in all things. Hold my Qintianjian waist tag, it's convenient on the way. This is definitely a welfare that Xiao Xuan didn't expect. The old man in front of him actually gave him a gold medal. This is a royal property. At the same time, the national teacher also thoughtfully presented a money bag. Jiang is still old and spicy. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. Tracking Li Hanyi and encountering the ruining robbery of Lei family castle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. Tracking Li Hanyi and encountering the ruining robbery of Lei family castle, so it's Lord Qintianjian, please come inside. When Xiao Xuan arrived at Lei family castle, they were holding a grand banquet here. What seems to be celebrating? Representatives from various sects and sects that have made good friends with him in the martial arts world have come. Even the famous Tang clan old master personally visited. What kind of glory is this? But where have you seen this section before? It's just that someone at this moment is in a hurry to find Li Hanyi and doesn't deliberately recall it. Due to having the token of the old immortal in hand. So Xiao Xuan also got the opportunity to eat at the banquet. Although not the main table, it is also an extremely prestigious position. After all, this kid is from the court. Lei family castle still has this kind of hospitality. I have to admit that Li Jiabao is truly wealthy and powerful. Treasures of mountains and seas, delicious cuisine, and daughter Hong, who has been shrouded in dust for countless years. It's just that while Xiao Xuan was eating alcohol, he seemed to have seen something he shouldn't have seen. That was a look in the eyes of the old Tang sect master. On the surface, it may seem like a smile, but in reality, there is a hidden murderous aura. Moreover, the several Tang sect masters nearby seem to be conveying some information to each other with their eyes. Not good, there's fraud. Almost instantly, Xiao Xuan remembered the scenes he had seen in his anime and the original work. Toxic. Tangmen has poisoned. Almost as Xiao Xuan realized there was a problem, the guests around him began to wobble. Then, in front of everyone, one by one, he fell to the ground. Not good, toxic. That is a white-haired old Taoist who seems to want to forcefully apply martial arts. Drive out all the poisonous wine and vegetables you just drank. But even after struggling for a few seconds at most, the old man also stumbled down. You. The people around him collapsed one by one, and Lei Qianhu trembled all over with anger. In his early years, he was hit by a master from the heavens and beyond. I already have cold toxins in my body. This time, by chance, I helped him avoid a disaster. But at this moment, he is only one step away from death. Although Tangmen's poison did not harm him. But there is still an old master Tang in front of me, along with several great experts from the Tang sect. Once these guys are besieged, Tang Qianhu will also have no life or death. This is a Tangmen must-kill game. Mr. Tang didn't come to drink from the beginning. They are here to destroy their entire family. What is a smiling tiger? Let me let you know today. But just when these guys in Tangmen thought their plans were seamless. But they missed a little bit. Because Xiao Xuan on the side seems to be fine. This kid should have been poisoned before. Everyone saw him fall unsteadily. But not long after, the boy stood up unsteadily. Ding, congratulations to the host for activating the immortality system again. You have been poisoned and received 9,999 damage points. Ding, congratulations to the host for neutralizing the venom and learning the peerless divine skill of poison dragon saber technique. Good guy. This time it's not a critical hit return. Surprisingly, a completely new knife technique has emerged. He was poisoned by Tangmen Rainstorm Pear Flower Needle before, but this time he was poisoned by them again. The residue of two types of venom fused together. Collaborating with the dragon slaying sword, we have created a unique knife technique. When Xiao Xuan swung his sword desperately, It will condense into an illusory blue poisonous dragon. There are two attack modes. One way is to spray venom towards the opponent, which is a range attack. But the corrosiveness is not very high. Another type is death entanglement. It's this blue poisonous dragon, throwing its teeth and claws at the opponent. Grab with claws, bite with teeth, and wrap your body around the other person. Until the poisonous gas corroded the opponent's body into a pile of bones. I feel like it's not a proper martial arts school. But the things that come out of Tangmen don't feel very decent, do they? This is not Tang San from Dolua continent. Being able to speak so grandly about poison attack. Xiao Xuan doesn't care so much. No matter what technique it is, as long as you can defeat the enemy. And his seemingly invincible appearance frightened the old people nearby quite a bit. Even Grandpa Tang frowned. What's going on? Who are you, kid? Qin Tianjian, what do you want to do? Hear the other person's question. The golden token in Xiao Xian's hand flashed. The Tang sect masters who had originally intended to rush over suddenly came to a halt. People from the royal family. This is not easy to provoke. And maybe it will involve the mastermind behind the scenes. Seeing this scene, Grandpa Tang also stopped the people nearby from taking action. If it's an ordinary person in the martial arts world, just kill it. Why bother with so much? But if it's someone holding a palace token, can't kill. Something big is going to happen. But those guys in the Dark River don't care about these things. That's a few masked assassins. Go straight to the old master of the Tang family and clasp your fists. Let's silence, you go deal with Lei Qianhu. This is a very meticulous killing plan. The people of Tangmen combined with the Hidden River and cleverly arranged it. Can make more than 90% of the people present lose their combat effectiveness. And seeing the other party's aggressive posture. Lei Qianhu also anxiously looked towards the back mountain. It seems to be waiting for thunder to come over. But Su Changhe across from him gave a cold smile. Don't wait for the thunderbolt, he may already be dead. What is the situation? Do they still have a second-hand arrangement? Originally, the legendary Angry Sword Immortal had already blocked the path that Thunderbolt must pass through. Even though that kid has become proficient in killing the terrifying sword, facing the Angry Sword Immortal, I'm afraid, you. This is a carefully prepared extermination. Except for a small accident, everything feels seamless. Xiao Xuan was also a part of this small accident. Kid, no matter who you are, we can kill you in the Hidden River. The strength of those dark assassins is all in the Diamond Realm, and the leaders are approaching the Free Land Realm. Seeing this person in front of me also has similar strength. Of course, I didn't think much about it. Even if this kid has a royal gold medal in his hand. But would the Dark River care about this kind of thing? Why is there not a trace of fear in Xiao Xian's eyes? On the contrary, there is a bit of excitement. Coincidentally, I'll bring you to sacrifice my sword. I haven't tried this poisonous dragon saber technique yet. While speaking, a dragon-slaying knife appeared on his right hand. A blue light slowly fell from the blade. On this night of murder, it appears particularly eerie. What is this? Poison. I haven't waited for those assassins from the underworld to react yet. Just saw a blue poisonous dragon emerge from the dragon-slaying knife. The head is long with deer antlers, the head of a crocodile, and the body is covered in blue scales. The whole body is wrapped in a clear aura. It's just like a real dragon. What is this thing? Who? Ah. I haven't waited for these assassins to react yet. I saw that the green dragon spewed out a large, thick blue mist from its mouth. There is also a black glow accompanying it. Those guys in front instinctively used their weapons to block. But I didn't expect this poison to be too strong. In an instant, they turned their hands into bones. The heart-wrenching scream echoed throughout the room. What is the situation? Attracted by this painful scream. Even old Tang suddenly turned around. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Battle of the Hidden River Mu Yumo, unexpectedly a stunning beauty. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Battle of the Hidden River Mu Yumo, unexpectedly a stunning beauty. What's going on? That's a delicate drink. Maybe I saw my subordinates fall down several times in a row. A dark river expert who was previously dealing with Lei Qianhu couldn't help but resist. This is Mu Yumo, the head of the Mu family. Black veil covering the face, unable to see clearly what it looks like. But the figure seems very graceful. Exercising lightness skills, a few easy jumps arrived at him. With her long legs and slender waist exposed, she clenched them tightly and seemed to be able to squeeze water out. And this woman's voice is coquettish. It comes with a seductive effect. Master. A man in black pointed to several corpses on the ground. Trembling all over, he gestured to Mu Yumo. These are the most ruthless killers. But they are also humans. How could one not be afraid to see their companions die so miserably? This is a bit like Tangmen's poison. Mu Yumo is a bit uncertain. This woman herself is also an expert in using poison. But I have never seen such a situation before. And upon hearing this woman's suspicion, although Mr. Tang did not turn around, but he said lightly, "This is not the poison of our Tang sect." Although it may seem that the Dark River and Tangmen are in a cooperative state, in reality they are on guard against each other. After all, everyone is a millennium-old monster, so don't pretend to be a Liaozhai here. Kid, did you do this? I heard the explanation from Mr. Tang. Mu Yumo refocused his gaze on Xiao Xuan. The dragon-slaying knife in the young man's hand is very imposing. But the masters of Bailey all use swords, right? The person using the knife should be Nan. Suddenly, a very bad feeling appeared in the woman's heart. But with just a slight hesitation, she made a decisive move. After all, at such times, there must be no survivors left. No hidden dangers can be left behind. Although the kid in front of me is very prestigious, I absolutely cannot let him spread today's story. Are you the head of the Mu family? Although he was caught off guard, Xiao Xuan recognized the other person's identity as soon as possible. As a traveler, he immediately understood who the woman in front of him was. Kid, not bad. Although you know me, you must die by my hands today. What a witch. Although he was talking about killing and profiteering, his tone was gentle like a little lady. How should that word be described? It means speaking very softly. As she spoke, the little woman's hand pulled out a series of hidden weapons. Each one carries a dim light on top. This is clearly poisoned. Let's take a look at my move, Poison Dragon Saber Technique. As the saying goes, it's better to start first than to suffer later. Seeing the hidden weapon appearing in the opponent's hand, Xiao Xuan knew it was not good. So he also disregarded whether the other person was a true beauty or not. He didn't even wait for the other party to take off their veil. We launched an attack directly. Ow! That seems to be a real green dragon. Directly roaring towards the opponent. Ah, little brother, why are you so rude? This Mu Yumo never dreamed that the kid across from him would take the initiative to make a fuss. She is also a master of using poison, so she can naturally recognize that the dragon in front of her is a poisonous dragon. In a hurry, the woman whined and quickly threw out all the hidden weapons on her body. Who? ZZZZ. I saw the green poisonous dragon with its big mouth open. A strong suction is coming. Surprisingly, he swallowed all the hidden weapons that this woman had launched. Then there was a wriggling movement. Those hidden weapons were all melted. And the remaining poison on it has become the power that strengthens this poisonous dragon. Good guy. How could this dragon automatically forage? Not only was the woman across from him stunned, but even Xiao Xuan himself didn't expect it. Pop. Ah. What's even more surprising is, after being attacked, this poisonous dragon not only devoured the poison on the opponent's hidden weapon. A divine dragon waved its tail and swept directly towards the opponent's face. You. At this moment, Mu Yumo was extremely embarrassed and could only do his best to twist his upper body backwards. This can expose the perfect figure to the fullest. See, in ancient times, this size was already sufficient. Although it was still avoided by the other party this time. But the woman's veil couldn't stop it. Drifting lightly onto the ground. Exposed that seductive and stunning face. How to describe this Mu Yumo? We can compare Li Hanyi. If the Snow Moon Sword Immortal is that kind of aloof beauty, the woman in front of me is that kind of seductive beauty. It seems that even this woman's eyes can speak. Just stand still. But a few words kept popping up in Xiao Xuan's mind. Come on, official, I still want it. This seems to be some kind of phantom sound. People with slightly less firm willpower are easily blinded. But Xiao Xuan has a system. This kind of external teasing has no way of affecting the consciousness of the young man in front of him. Alas, this beautiful lady, how could she? How could such a beautiful and unparalleled beauty do such a thing? God knows how the dark river managed to capture these people. You, how could you? The revelation of his true identity made Mu Yumo appear somewhat annoyed. The first few men who dared to be so unreasonable had already been poisoned to death by her. But the kid in front of him is very tricky, especially the knife in his hand. Humph, dang Tuzi. Perhaps she was so angry that she couldn't say anything, and an inexplicable sentence popped out of this beautiful woman's mouth. Dang Tuzi. You should dress up like this yourself and show it to others. Miss, are your words too unreasonable? Although my ultimate move did not defeat this hidden river killer. But at this moment, Xiao Xuan's confidence doubled. I am facing Mu Yumo. This is widely recognized as the poisonous scorpion beauty in the youth song industry. It's not comparable to that reckless man Qidao. And in the face of such a beautiful woman, Xiao Xuan found himself a bit hesitant to die. And the Thunder Qianhu in the original work seems to be the same. Otherwise, that guy has at least 3 chances to defeat the other party. People from the Hidden River, take your life. Moonlit evening and morning flowers, just as the scene fell into a stalemate atmosphere. A cold low roar suddenly came from above everyone's heads. This voice seems to be Li Hanyi. Following the sound, Xiao Xuan saw a fiery figure slowly drifting down. He is really the legendary Snow Moon Sword Immortal. Still wearing the red dress from his wedding night with Dao Jianxian. Accompanied by a peach blossom petal, this Snow Moon Sword Immortal slowly descended like a fairy. But at this moment, Xiao Xuan found that Li Hanyi was deeply enchanted. When this woman speaks and uses her energy, her pupils will twinkle with red light. It seems that she has lost her usual rationality. My mind is full of only 2 words left. Revenge. Today, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal is here to seek revenge. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Li Hanyi becomes devil, the system demands I protect her thoroughly. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Li Hanyi becomes devil, the system demands I protect her thoroughly, Snow Moon Sword Immortal, you. Watching the stunning woman slowly falling from mid-air. Xiao Xuan couldn't help but let out a low drink. The previous system was just asking me to find her. I didn't expect to meet in such a situation. Ding, congratulations to the host for once again advancing the main task. The task has changed, please wait. Your main mission has been changed to protect Li Hanyi, as her strength has been reduced to 30%. What? Li Hanyi's skill has greatly decreased. But due to being in a demonic state, the whole person is about to go berserk. I haven't fought with the people from the Dark River yet, so they can't see that this woman's skills have greatly decreased. But if they find out that Li Hanyi's internal strength is only 30% left, I'm afraid they will immediately surround like hungry wolves. Ah! Perhaps he is very wary of Li Hanyi. After all, the reputation of this Snow Moon Sword Immortal is unknown. Kid, I remember you. Help me seek revenge and give you benefits. What happened to Li Hanyi after he became obsessed? Surprisingly more beautiful and charming than before. The fiery red lips, hazy eyes, and graceful figure. Rapid breathing and chest movements. No, I can't continue watching. If you want to be crooked. This woman only has 2 words in her mind now. Revenge. All those who harm the Dao Sword Immortal cannot be spared. Are you crazy? But there's still Mr. Tang here. All the main force of the Dark River. If Xiao Xuan remembers correctly, the angry Sword Immortal is currently dealing with Lei Hong in the back mountain. They are all difficult masters. What are you, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal with greatly reduced skills, joining in the fun? But helpless. The system asked me to protect her, so I had to comply. Cold clothes, leave this woman to me, just give her some guidance on the side. I know that the beauty around me is strong on the outside but weak on the inside. Xiao Xuan had to step forward. And the worry on Mu Yumo's face across from him only improved a bit. Little Lang, I still feel sorry for you. I can't beat you two working together. This is really not humility. After all, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal had already carried the Dark River and the 3 elders of the Tang clan alone before. This combat effectiveness is beyond doubt. As long as this woman doesn't show any flaws. Just going to that stop can shock the whole audience. Although Li Hanyi is currently in a demonic state. But upon hearing Xiao Xian's words, I couldn't help but feel a shock in my heart. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your heroic spirit has once again shocked Li Hanyi, and the reward for the stunning dragon is 900 points. Is this okay too? However, at this moment, he looks a bit fierce. Especially the dragon-slaying knife. I had already made Mu Yumo afraid to get close to him before. Although this woman can use poison, she is not an invincible body. The poisonous dragon attached to the dragon-slaying sword is clearly superior. And due to the simultaneous addition of 2 variables, Li Hanyi and Xiao Xuan. Suddenly, it also eased the tense atmosphere on site. At least Lei Qianhu is missing one opponent. You can let go of your hands and feet to deal with that Tang family ancestor. Mr. Tang, Qianhu, please teach me. Hee, that's great. I'll send you off first, and then send your friends to meet you. Mr. Tang is very confident. He probably thought he could easily grasp the thunderous tiger in front of him. But this proud and complacent old man did not know that the lord of the Lei family castle in front of him was preparing to die with him. Anyway, the old injuries from back then will eventually recur and also take their lives. Why don't we do our best today to protect Lei family castle? You guys go and take care of that side first, I'll play with this kid. If the experts present had rushed forward. Even if Lei Qianhu self-destructs, it cannot be stopped. But after all, the old master of Tangmen is a respected senior in the entire martial arts world. These thin noodles still need to be given. Okay, then let's go find the Snow Moon Sword Immortal and ask about the sword. Su Changhe had a sinister expression on his face. He seemed to have seen the scene of the entire Lijiapu flowing with blood. Don't think anyone can walk out alive today. Unless they are willing to submit to the court. Don't ask whose conspiracy this is, and don't ask who the mastermind behind it is. You all leave quietly today. Including the kid named Xiao Xuan, and the Snow Moon Sword Immortal wearing a phoenix crown and Xia Pai next to him. The people in the Dark River never talk to you about martial arts. Can it be a little less trouble? They will all go together, using big to bully small. No, Su Changhe hesitated when he saw his subordinates. Seems to be very wary of someone's dragon-slaying knife. So this guy once again opened his own demon palm. And the umbrella holding ghost on the side also drifted silently over. Prepare for a surprise attack at any time. Look at my poison dragon sword. Although it's just a fresh move. But at this moment, Xiao Xuan is very confident. He can completely believe 100% that these two people in the Dark River will not be opponents of his dragon-slaying saber. And the beauty beside her was already being stared at by Li Hanyi, whose eyes were red. Even if this Snow Moon Sword Immortal has not made any moves, they can all provide the strongest deterrence. Let women solve things on their own between us brothers. Su Changhe also seems to have little trust in women. Just call your own brother and attack the young man in front of you from both sides. Damn it. Xiao Xuan didn't expect the other party to be so cunning. Surprisingly, I played kite flying and hide and seek with him. Surprisingly, relying on the dragon-slaying sword, the opponent dared not approach easily. But compared to real martial arts masters, Xiao Xuan's preparation for becoming a monk halfway through is still slightly insufficient. Pop. Raid. Pop. One left leg. Pop. A right knee elbow. Surprisingly, it made Xiao Xuan feel flustered. Accidentally, I was hit by a move called Yen Magic Palm in my chest. The original Taoist also lost his life due to being attacked like this. At the same time, he saw Su Changhe's proud smile. But soon this guy won't be able to laugh anymore. Because Xiao Xuan's immortal system has once again issued rewards. Ding, congratulations to the host for once again activating the immortality and indestructibility constitution. You have received 10,000 damage points from Yen Missouri Palm and can be converted into a brand new palm technique. Good guy. The system is awesome. Previously, the damage was doubled and returned. Is it now possible to change equipment if critically injured? Sure. The dragon-slaying treasure knife I obtained before, as well as the poisonous dragon saber technique I later acquired. It has benefited him greatly. Just don't know what reward the system will give this time. I accept converting damage points into new techniques. What does the system give me? Ding, congratulations to the host for making a choice. The system is currently matching rewards for you. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining the Tathagata Palm. Descending from the sky can deal double damage. Good guy. I received a move called Yen Mo Palm, and the system rewarded me with a set of Tathagata Divine Palm. How do you think it's all about me making big profits? After hearing the system prompt, Xiao Xuan, who had already been knocked to the ground, slowly got up again. But this time when he got up, this guy felt like he had changed someone else. Eyes shining, palms slightly red. Seems to have thought of some way to counterattack. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. The Buddha's Palm, which caused Su Changhe to become paralyzed. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. The Buddha's Palm, which caused Su Changhe to become paralyzed. Parents, he. Originally, after a successful strike, Su Changhe immediately turned around and left. Because anyone who is struck from the front will undoubtedly die. Even the sword fairy on Qingqing Mountain died on this palm. This ordinary little trash has nothing to worry about. But soon, Mu Yumo's pale expression shocked the parent. So he suddenly turned around and saw Xiao Xuan laughing over there. Still murmuring to oneself. Make a fortune. Originally, the system reported it to him again. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your immortality and indestructibility have shocked many experts in the Dark River. The reward for the dragon shock is 1,500 points. Can you not laugh when encountering such a good thing? Especially looking at the stunned look of these guys in front of me. Don't mention how happy I am in my heart. Are you a human or a ghost? do you have any armor on you? After seeing this scene, Su Changhe almost doubted life. I saw him slowly raise his hand, trembling incessantly. The palm just now didn't use all its strength. But at least it has 8 success rates. The bone of this kid in front of me should have been cut off. Is his anti-attack ability better than that of Zhao Yuzhen on Qingqing Mountain? So there's only one explanation, this guy is not human. Su Changhe, look at what you're saying, your mouth really stinks. Can't I be a fairy? Xiao Xuan stood up with a smile on his face. Now is not the time to check them all. But it's the best opportunity for him to become famous. Previously, he cut Qidao in half with one blow. Such combat effectiveness has not yet made these hidden rivers feel afraid. So play a big game today. Just choose this one, everyone. Just give it a try with the Tathagata palm I just got. As for the vicious little beauty on the side, let her go for now. Perhaps there will be further development in the future. Hee 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 hee. You kid, take your life. Being ridiculed in front of all subordinates. The mood of Su Changhe at this moment can be imagined. So this guy disregarded it and once again condensed the Yen demon palm. We need to use 100% of our skills to break this kid's skull. We must make him pay the price for his arrogance. But just as everyone in this dark river was raging uncontrollably and attacking. But I found out that the other party seemed to be using their palm power too. Who? What kind of palm technique is this? Why is there a faint appearance of a great Buddha behind this kid? Isn't he with long hair? How could he master this kind of Buddhist practice? Pop. What? I haven't waited for Su Changhe to react yet. I saw the young man across from me making a palm print. That palm print actually rises in the air with the wind. In an instant, it became 3 zhang tall. The golden patterns are clearly visible. It's like a slap of the Leshan giant Buddha scenic area. As small as a hill. Not good. Seeing the opponent's move is very powerful. Su Changhe instinctively wanted to dodge. But it seems too late. Ah. This is like an eagle catching a chick. The tiny flames of his Yen demon palm were like a child in front of this giant palm. No one reacted. The parents of this hidden river were easily knocked out by the palm breeze emanating from Xiao Xuan's Tathagata divine palm. Boom. Pushi. Cough cough. All of this happened between lightning and flint. When everyone reacts. Seeing everyone looking very disheveled being photographed flying on a big tree. That big tree requires 3 men to embrace it. At this moment, there are signs of a broken waist. And this legendary Su Changhe leaned awkwardly against the tree trunk. He covered his chest with one hand and coughed continuously with blood in his mouth. This is an obvious bone fracture and severe internal injury. If it weren't for this guy's strength being the pinnacle of the Xiaoyao heavenly realm. Just now, with that gentle palm, you can directly send him back to the west. It's too scary. What kind of person is that? Isn't this kid's most skilled at swordsmanship? What kind of palm technique is this? Seeing this scene, even the Tang clan master who was fighting nearby couldn't help but have his left eye twitching. And Lei Qianhu was even more surprised to the point of stopping his hand. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your Tathagata divine palm has shocked the old master of the Tang sect, and rewards him with 800 points of dragon shock value. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your Tathagata divine palm startles Thunder Thousand Tigers, and rewards you with 500 points of dragon shock value. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your Tathagata palm has once again shocked Li Hanyi. Reward. Oh my goodness. Do you want to exaggerate like this? In fact, even Xiao Xuan himself was shocked. This is the parent of the Dark River. He is a person standing at the peak of the world's killer world. But just now it felt like waving and hitting a small mosquito to him. No strength. But it succeeded effortlessly. If I had just applied a little more force. Isn't it possible to pat this little mosquito to death? Cough, I didn't expect to take a wrong look. What kind of palm technique are you? Su Changhe quickly tapped several acupoints on his chest with his hand. Use the method of losing one's own cultivation to forcibly stabilize the injury. Then he stood up unsteadily. Is this not deadly anymore? But the face of the parents of the Dark River seems to be more important. There's nothing I can do, stupid. After hearing the other person's words, Xiao Xuan replied dismissively. Parents, have you ever seen a palm technique that falls from the sky? After speaking, more classic visuals have appeared. Salute to the Star Lord. Who? I saw Xiao Xuan sitting on a space elevator in the wandering Earth at this moment. The whole person flew straight up to a height of several hundred meters. At this moment, a wild goose happened to fly by. And Xiao Xuan's right foot also exaggerated and stepped on the back of this big bird. Quack! I heard this wild goose scream in agony. A few withered bird feathers fell from the sky. Then the bird disappeared. Of course, this is not the point. The key is to leverage this time. Xiao Xuan successfully turned around. At this moment, he made that classic move in Kung Fu. That's the whole person facing down and feet facing up. Let a falling meteor rush straight towards the ground. During the impact, the right hand is pushed downwards. Buddha's palm, good guy. If you switch the perspective to the Su Changhe River on the ground. Guess what? This guy saw a golden Buddha descending from the sky. The giant palm covers the entire territory of thousands of square meters of Fangyun. Even if this kid's 100-meter sprint level exceeds the Guinness World Record. It is also impossible to escape from the kilometer range in an extremely short time. And he suffered such a serious injury again. Die. Everything is over. My Buddha is merciful. Infinite heavenly sovereign. Save your life. It feels like falling into an endless hell. Various noisy sounds appeared in Su Changhe's ears. Boom. Finally, a huge handprint appeared on the ground. In the center of that palm lay an unnaturally shaped underground river patriarch. Foaming at the mouth. Under my body, yellow, green, and black, various things flowed all over the ground. Stinky smell. He still has a little breathing. But it has already been hemiplegia. I'm afraid I'll be lying down for the rest of my life. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. 5 Thunder Heavenly Gang Fist, Thunder Qianhu trades his life for his life. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. 5 Thunder Heavenly Gang Fist, Thunder Qianhu trades his life for his life. Grandpa, I have a punch, please accept it with a smile. Perhaps it's due to Xiao Xuan's relationship. That cautious old Tang finally got distracted. So the opposite Lei Qianhu suddenly seized the opportunity and decided to end this battle by exchanging his life for his own. What? Qianhu, what are you doing? When old Tang comes to his senses. It's already too late. The opponent's fist arrived in an instant. I rushed straight to my eyes. 5 Thunder Heavenly Gang Fist good guy. This move is somewhat similar to the 7 damage fist in Heaven's Sword and Dragon Saber. Hurt the enemy very much and self-harm by 7 points. In addition, the current Lei Qianhu is already seriously injured and difficult to heal. He is now risking his life to drag this Tang old man down. How ruthless. In order to preserve the century-old foundation of Li Jiabao and fulfill the promise made to his brothers back then. Lei Qianhu didn't even want his life. Ah! Oh my goodness! Earth! How could such a thing happen? Seeing this scene, Xiao Xuan, who was originally a little proud, was shocked and pale. As a fan of youth songs, I used to read free novels on Rotten Tomatoes. Watch anime online. Later on, it seemed like there were also TV dramas. He didn't even miss it. And the most tragic part of all of this is the scene before us. Qianhu trades his life for his own. Finally, one fell. I thought he, as a traveler, had arrived and solved the problem of the Dark River parents. It can generate the butterfly effect. Let the tragedies that should have happened not happen. But now Xiao Xuan has discovered. He is really too naive himself. I have no ability to stop all of this. Starting from Qianhu's first punch. It was destined to fall. Pushi. Due to Grandpa Tang being caught off guard. When reluctantly defending and parrying, I couldn't help but feel a tightness in my chest and spit out a mouthful of residual blood. But even so, it cannot change the final outcome of Qianhu. Two people will fight back and forth, and have a final battle. Bang! They each took a dozen steps back. The old man Tang covered his chest, his face pale. Meanwhile, Qianhu stumbled and sat down on the ground. Qianhu. That was a mournful roar. Someone arrived late. He is a senior member of the Lei family with a broken arm. Lei Yunhe from the four heroes of the Lei family. Although he pushed all those guys from the Tang clan back with just one move. But this senior still came back late. At this moment, Qianhu has reached the point of running out of oil and running out of lights. Crane. I saw him unsteadily reaching out his hand, trying to grab the brother in front of me. But this hand is already soft and weak. Qianhu, why did you use the Five Thunder Heavenly Gang fist? You. Seeing one's own brother swaying. The one-armed old man let out a long roar as he looked up to the sky. His eyes were red as he stared at the dying Tang family old master. Damn it. Old thing. The lingering entanglement of my Lei family for 3 generations. Old and immortal. And seeing that my old master's situation is not right. Those Tang sect experts also gave up chasing others. They all gathered around and protected Mr. Tang. How is the old man doing? I didn't expect this Qianhu to trade his life for his own. My old man, cough cough cough. Before I could finish speaking, there was another big mouthful of blood. This old thing has caused countless harm to people, and today it has finally received retribution. Even if we can barely hold on now. My life is not long. At this moment, several young figures quickly ran into the distance. Master, Lei Wujie, have arrived. Oh my, I didn't expect it to be this silly little guy. This is the first time Xiao Xuan has seen the pseudo-protagonist in this youth song since his time traveling. Some people don't have a good brain, making the boy the protagonist. But Xiao Xuan thought Xiao Sei was even better. Even Tang Lian can do it. But why now? Originally, Xiao Xuan wanted to go up and say hello to these young people. But unexpectedly, Li Hanyi beside him suddenly fell into a spell, and his eyes turned red again. I don't know if I smelled the smell or if I found something wrong. This woman didn't even say hello to her own younger brother. Directly charged towards the back mountain with a very graceful posture. And just as this woman left, Xiao Xuan's system has a reminder again. Ding, there has been a change in the main task, please protect Li Hanyi, I'll go. What kind of main mission is this? Can I be a free nanny? I just killed a parent and haven't made a shining appearance in front of everyone yet. Can I just follow along? Okay, okay. You're the golden finger, you're the master, okay. Helpless, Xiao Xuan had no choice but to comply. Strangely, Li Hanyi, who was dancing in mid-air, saw Xiao Xuan following. Surprisingly, he turned back affectionately and extended a jade hand to him. What is the situation? Are you stunned? However, Xiao Xuan wouldn't miss out on such a good thing. He doesn't know lightness skills, how difficult it is to run. When two people are tightly intertwined. This Snow Moon Sword Immortal easily carried him into his own petals. The two are like a divine couple. So easily disappeared from everyone's sight. Even Lei Wujie felt inexplicable for a while. Who is that man? It doesn't seem like my brother. In Law Zhao Yuzhen. The following events cannot be associated with. How do children make sense? But just as Xiao Xuan was about to wrap his hands around the beautiful woman's slender waist from behind. The other person's words also stunned him. Yuzhen, come with me. What is the situation? Does this elder sister recognize me as Zhao Yuzhen? Is this really being possessed or becoming a flower addict? Xiao Xuan was speechless for a moment. The hand that had already been extended to the back of the person's waist was honestly put back. I have to admit, this Snow Moon Sword Immortal has the ability. Even though there is only 30% left in martial arts, the ability of this lightness skill is not weak at all. In the blink of an eye, they arrived at the back mountain with Xiao Xuan. The scene here is a bit indescribable. There are three men standing in three corners. It's not a love triangle, but a battle. They are Thunderbolt, Heartless, and an Angry Sword Immortal. After these two come over, the situation on site became even more complex. I don't know who exactly hit who. That Angry Sword Immortal was already in conflict with Wu Xian. After seeing Li Hanyi coming over, he suddenly froze. You. Why did you come? They don't often meet among the 5 sword immortals. But there is still some bond between each other. So in front of one's own people, it doesn't seem very suitable to do it. However, the Snow Moon Sword Immortal did not go to chat with this old friend for a few words. But with a glance, he locked his eyes on the thunderous thunder in front of him with his bright red eyes. That expression was like seeing someone who killed their father. The latter is completely different. After seeing the woman she had a crush on, she appeared very excited. Cold clothes, I. What is this relationship? Xiao Xuan was stunned. Unexpectedly, the one who broke the silence in the end was the bald and heartless one. Oh my, benefactors, it seems that it's none of my business here, right? Why don't I leave first? The thief is the same as the character in the cartoon. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Joining hands with no intention, fighting against angry sword immortals together. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Joining hands with no intention, fighting against angry sword immortals together, Thunderbolt, take your life. I don't know why, but Li Hanyi's eyes turned even redder when she saw Lei Hong. If it weren't for this man, wouldn't that Dao sword immortal come down the mountain? So after being possessed, this Snow Moon Sword Immortal directly blamed Lei Hong for his lover's death. The latter will certainly not be enemies with the woman they secretly love. Helpless, he had no choice but to run away. However, the angry sword immortal on the side wouldn't just let Lei Hong influence them so easily. Directly pulled out his own sword to pursue. But it was blocked by a figure. It's unintentional. Didn't this little monk just say he wanted to run? Why suddenly stop in front of others? Kid, get out of the way, you're not my opponent. Glancing at this little bald head. Angry Sword Immortal expressed no interest. These two have fought against each other not once or twice before. If it weren't for the mercy of this senior, this bald little one would have been beheaded long ago. But unintentionally, there was a wicked smile. It's a bit difficult for me to stop you, but what if I add this guy next to me? What is the situation? Are you going to drag Xiao Xuan into the water? Don't joke, why should I obey your orders? My main mission is to protect that Snow Moon Sword Immortal. But just when someone wants to run away, the system task inexplicably changed. It's strange. Ding, please note that your main quest has changed. Join hands unintentionally to intercept the angry sword immortal. What does this system mean? Can we telepathize with this little bald guy in front of us? No, it's definitely not arranged like this. Lei Hong will not harm Li Hanyi. You can even think of this with your toes. So there will be no danger for this Snow Moon Sword Immortal next. At most, the two of them are chasing and fleeing. It depends on whose strength is used up. And I believe that Senior Lei wouldn't take advantage of someone's danger, would he? On the contrary, the angry sword immortal in front of me is really very tricky. Xiao Sei was defeated by this guy back then. If he were to go down the mountain and meet those young people, the consequences would be unimaginable. And this time dealing with Li Jiapu seems to be the opinion of some high-level officials. So it is reasonable for the system to make such adjustments now. Helpless. Xiao Xuan had to grit his head and pull out his dragon-slaying knife. At the same time, start accumulating energy, and in critical moments, you may still need the Buddha's divine palm. Hee, kid, this knife is not bad. Although Xiao Xuan is also an unknown junior. But this dragon-slaying sword in his hand is the best in the world. The angry sword immortal across from him is also an expert, and of course, one can see that this sword is unusual. And the little bald man next to him made a joke even more. Surprisingly, he's a knife wielder. You kid, shouldn't it be Nanju who came over, right? This is the boundary of Bailey. So most of the martial arts masters here use swords. But according to legend, Nanju is rich in swordsmen. And there have always been military conflicts between these two countries. So when the dragon-slaying sword appeared, it's inevitable to arouse doubts like this. After all, ordinary swordsmen cannot produce such treasures. Alright now, someone can't explain clearly. Why are you talking so much nonsense? Aren't you going to join forces to deal with this sword immortal? I'm afraid that this careless mouth will not spare anyone and cause some trouble. Xiao Xuan quickly pulled the topic aside. He and this bald guy are just a temporary match. It's not even a so-called friend. Maybe they will become enemies in the future. Whether you're from that side or not, I'm interested in your knife. Seeing Xiao Xuan seems to have become more serious. The angry sword immortal on the opposite side seems to be preparing to amplify their moves. It's broken, this guy doesn't really think of me as someone over there, does he? Wrath pulls sword, damn it. This move is not before Xiao Xuan could react, the angry sword immortal on the opposite side directly exerted his power. Magnify the move. Upon seeing this scene, an aperture resembling a golden bell appeared around the unintentional body. Protecting oneself. But Xiao Xuan seems to have no defenses. Spell it. Look at my poison dragon saber technique. Ong. Since we have to work hard, we must never be polite. You amplify your moves, and I won't be lenient either. I saw a blue giant dragon pouncing out of the dragon-slaying sword with open teeth and claws. At this moment, a little monk beside him also relied on his own protective treasure. Give the other person a palm. From the timing of cooperation, these two people seem to have rehearsed before. Perfectly seamless. Humph, a little trick of carving insects. Although it doesn't matter what you say on your lips. But it can be seen that the angry sword immortal is still quite wary of this move. How powerful is that green poisonous dragon? Everyone should be able to tell, right? All the flowers, plants, and trees along the way have withered. There is still white mist steaming on the ground. This is not ordinary poison. You can only use your own true qi to forcefully eliminate it. Angry sword immortal, I don't intend to fight you to the death, don't force me. Controlling the poisonous dragon to slip past the opponent's sword aura. Xiao Xuan doesn't want to compete with the other party. He's just such a dragon, just fight it out and it's gone. It will take a long time to regroup the toxic gas. This is a big problem for Xiao Xuan at this moment. If he really had to work hard, he would rather use his Tathagata palm. Difficult to handle. The guy across from me is also a cunning and skilled expert. Of course, it can be seen that Xiao Xuan doesn't want to work hard. So instead, he swung his sword even harder. One red breath after another immediately rushed towards me. Hey, be serious, otherwise my little monk will die. Seeing Xiao Xuan looking a bit evasive, Wu Xin suddenly felt a bit flustered. Because this kid can tell that Xiao Xuan is not a match if he is tough and straightforward. But he didn't know that the young man in front of him had even more powerful skills. Don't talk nonsense, get out of the way, otherwise I'll hurt you. Watching the opponent's sword energy charge towards him, Xiao Xuan made a completely incomprehensible gesture. He seemed to have no intention of dodging at all, wanting his body to carry it hard. At the same time, exert force on the right palm. A huge golden palm print rushed towards the other person's body. Buddha's palm, it's just a life-fighting strategy. Good guy. What's the origin of this kid? Just now, I was so close to the Snow Moon Sword Immortal. Everyone thought this was a little white face. But I didn't expect them to make such a sharp move. As soon as he arrived, he came with the legendary Sword Immortal, using his life to fight against it. Now not only the angry sword fairy on the other side is panicking, but even the unintentional one on the side cannot understand. You kid, you're not going to die anymore. I originally wanted to come forward and rescue. But it's already too late. Whoosh whoosh. Almost 80% of the sword energy of the angry sword immortal hit this young man. The scene was suddenly filled with flying sand and rocks. Boom boom boom. Can you still survive being hit by such a move? No one can give an answer. Even angry sword immortal cannot do it. Because at this moment, this legendary sword immortal cannot resist the Buddha's palm that others are attacking. Quickly, the person was also thrown into the soil and disappeared. Is this a win-win situation? Or are both of them dead? End of this chapter. Chapter 10. The Immortal Me, Scared and Unmotivated. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. The Immortal Me, Scared and Unmotivated. Crazy, both of you are crazy. The scene before us was clearly unexpected. These two guys have almost no defense at all, and they both end up fighting together. Usually, when this situation occurs, it is mostly the kind of people who have irreconcilable hatred. But these two guys are clearly meeting on the first day of today. The angry sword immortal is already a madman, which is understandable. But this guy probably didn't expect the opponent's palm power to be so powerful. Although he blocked it with his sword in his hand. But at this moment, he still feels like his limbs are about to be shattered. My chest was tight and I had to spit out several drops of blood essence before I could barely breathe. But the 5 organs and 6 viscera have basically shifted. I was definitely seriously injured today. Cough cough cough, you kid. Suppressing a strong breath of true chi, angry sword immortal ran away. Although it shakes and shakes, I can barely run a distance. Someone is picking up at the foot of the mountain, just go over there. But on the other hand, that guy didn't seem to get up again after falling down. Unexpectedly, I saw a deep visible bone wound on the other person's body with my own eyes. This is the ultimate move of the angry sword immortal. Ordinary people may have already been cut in half in this situation. Fortunately, Xiao Xian's dragon-slaying knife blocked it. But it's also difficult for him to get up in the short term. Fortunately, he possesses an indestructible constitution. Ding, congratulations to the host for being attacked on the brink of death. The system has transformed you into a peerless divine skill. Congratulations to the host for understanding the ultimate lightness skill, Lingbo Micro Step, which can help you turn misfortune into good fortune, good guy. It seems that I have been quite lucky recently. All the attacks received were those super attacks. And what is transformed is either a super magic weapon or a very powerful martial art. There is a dragon-slaying knife in front and a Buddha's divine palm at the back. Now there's another wave of gentle steps coming out. That's one of the top super martial arts techniques in the martial arts world. This Lingbo micro step not only consumes less, but also operates very brilliantly. It feels like dancing a waltz. According to anime novels that devour the starry sky, this is the method of entering the micro level. Every time, it can achieve maximum results with minimal movement and minimal consumption. It's simply a divine lightness skill. And with the help of the system's immortality. The wound on this boy's body is also rapidly recovering with the naked eye. Although he still feels sore, he can slowly get up. Except for the tattered clothes, there are hardly any wounds on the body. This makes the fake monk in front of me look foolish. Ding, congratulations to the host. The unintentional shock has provided you with 1,200 points of dragon shock value. Great. It seems that there shouldn't be anything else going on. When Xiao Xuan slowly got up. Apart from seeing that stunned and unintentional person. Where can I still see that angry sword immortal? I only saw a long bloodstain spreading towards the foot of the mountain. If it weren't for not being prepared earlier. Just that palm is enough to make the angry sword immortal fade out of the martial arts world. Little master, aren't you planning to come and give me a hand? After looking at it, I was still very surprised and unintentional. Xiao Xuan seems to be trying to make fun of others. But after hearing this sentence, the fake monk across from him kept taking 2 steps back. What kind of monsters are you? You scared me to death, little monk. Look at me, I even pee. I saw the monk with a bright mouth pointing to his crotch. There seemed to be a few drops of sweat there. He insisted that he scared himself to pee. Haha. Xiao Xuan gave a bitter smile and slowly got up on his own. I touched the clothes on my body. The wound has healed, but the clothes cannot be restored. He is now like a beggar from out of town. It seems that the angry sword immortal has 2 brushes. Oh, I'm so scared, young master. I'm really sorry. Shouldn't we go down and take a look now? At this moment, Xiao Xuan's greatest concern was not the fake monk in front of him. But it was Li Hanyi who had just followed Lei Bang away. Don't be foolish, sister. If we really fall out with the Lei family, how should we recognize our ancestors and return to our roots in the future? To sum up, Li Hanyi is also from their Lei family castle. Her father is Lei Mengsha. After hearing Xiao Xuan's words, Wu Xian just realized. But this guy didn't seem to dare to get too close, instead he looked at the man with a fearful expression. Where the hell did you come from? Forget it, we have something in common now, let's go. In fact, the situation of the Snow Moon Sword Immortal just now was extremely dangerous. The only one who can unravel the enchantment of that beautiful woman on sight is probably this little monk. And if Xiao Xuan didn't help unintentionally in the situation just now, I'm afraid there's no way to help that Snow Moon Sword Immortal resolve it, right? So from this point of view, the system's reminder is very correct. This is his true main mission. Let's go. What? You still know Western Region script? That was just a verbal remark from Xiao Xuan. I didn't expect this little bald guy to understand a little bit. After all, he is the young master of the Western Regions and Outer Heaven, so it's normal for him to speak a foreign language. Of course, this is just a small episode. When they return to the foot of the mountain, the situation on site has undergone a major reversal. Although Lei Qianhu only has 1 breath left. But the old man Tang across from him is not much better either. Even if we can barely stand still now, our vitality will still be greatly lost. As for the Hidden River, their parents have already been beaten to half-body by someone. I'm afraid I have lost my voice now. We can only face more and more disciples of Lei family castle together with their remaining defeated soldiers. I, Lei Wujie, will definitely not let you go. Today we need a new account, and the old account will be counted together. Although this funny kid has the worst combat power. But in the current atmosphere, it seems that the other party doesn't have much fighting power, right? You, the kid from Lei family castle. These people dare not act rashly, but there is actually another reason. A very peculiar reason. That's Lei Hong and Li Hanyi. These two tirelessly chase and occasionally come to shake in front of everyone. This scared the remaining soldiers and defeated generals of the Dark River and Tang sect quite a bit. Fortunately, I didn't have the intention to come during this critical period. Who can help the little monk? Help me trap the Snow Moon Sword Immortal, I'll help her regain her sanity. I heard the little monk's words. Lei Hong immediately gave a glance to his disciple Lei Wujie beside him. So the two of them grabbed one arm of Li Hanyi, one on the left and the other on the right. Little master, please hurry up. And just when I had no intention of rushing forward and planning to use the demon suppression fist to awaken the Snow Moon Sword Immortal. Someone's system is ringing again. Ding, congratulations to the host. Your mission has changed again. Please save Lei Qianhu in front of Li Hanyi. End of this chapter.